came out, and like in like 2 or 3 minutes, everything was happening very fast. 2 or 3 minutes, his body came out. Immediately his body, I didn't even do after his head came out. He just immediately, they put me on the floor in front of the bathroom. My baby's head just came out. He cut the umbilical cord and took him away to go and clean him up. When I saw him, oh my God, when I saw him, I was happy. He wasn't crying. I was now asking, is my baby okay? As they were taking him, is he okay? Is he fine? I him crying. I was happy. I felt that relief. I felt that relief, guys, after 9 months. Hey, God. I will not cry. I heard him crying. Oh my God. There was just this joy and that relief. And before you know it, I didn't push out placenta. Placenta came out too by itself, to the glory of God. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Promise Idowu, formerly known as Promise Uche. Yeah, so if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining the family. I'm really grateful that you are here, so welcome to the family. And if you are a returning subscribers, you guys are the real OG. You know now, you have a special place in my heart. So thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you for watching my other videos. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's quickly dive into this video. It's story time, guys, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys explicitly the experience, or I'm going to be really open to you guys as I share my experience while I was going to have my baby. By the way, little man is here with us and we're featuring him today. Okay, so let's start from when I had gotten to, I think at 35 to 36 weeks, I started to feel really tired of being pregnant. Because trust me guys, if you have been pregnant, you understand what I'm talking about. Pregnancy is actually a whole lot. I did not exactly give details of how my first trimester was, but trust me guys, my first trimester was really, it was the real ghetto. It was crazy. I was sick for like 4 months straight, and I wasn't getting better. I would be on the floor throughout from morning till night. I'll be vomiting. I was in and out of the hospital. It was really crazy. And as time went on, I started to feel some serious round ligament pain around my lower abdomen, and that pain was excruciating. And while I was making researches and I was asking questions, I was told that it was because my womb was expanding since there's a baby there. So those are some of the challenges that I had. When I started to approach my 3rd trimester, I started to feel so much pain in my pelvic area, like my pelvic bone, my I think it's called my joints, I can't remember, but this part, like the lower part of my hip area, started to pain me seriously. I started limping whenever I was walking. To stand up from the bed was difficult. To roll was difficult. I couldn't sleep on my back. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. Of course there was no way I would have slept on my stomach because my stomach was big, and I had to be sleeping on my side most of the time. Most times I would sleep on my left side, and sometimes I would turn to the right. It was really a painful experience, to be honest. So I was just tired. I felt like since I had gotten to my 3rd trimester, my baby was old enough to come out. So I started to do things that will put me in labor naturally. But guys, I did all of those things and they did not really work. I didn't go into labor naturally. I had to go to the doctor during my antenatal. I think at 39 weeks and 4 days, when I had gone to my 38 weeks and 4 days, I went to my doctor and I told him that I was tired and I just wanted the baby to come out, like baby should just be out. Was I 38? Yes, I was 38 weeks and 4 days. That was during my antenatal. So my husband took me to the hospital for antenatal, and I told the doctor that I was tired. Prior to the time when I went to the doctor and told him that I was tired, I started doing exercises. My husband and I would take walks. You know, in the evening we will take walk. We will walk around the estate. We will walk. You know, there was this particular open field that we were always going to at night, and then I'll walk for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes. I'll walk around and then I'll come back home. I did a lot of squatting, you know. And then I did a lot of exercises during my last trimester. Guys, I watched so many. Looks like a video here of the videos that I was watching, you know, while I was I didn't make a video of me actually doing exercises, but I'll put like a video of the videos I was watching while I was exercising.
I am affirmations that I think you will enjoy as well. Make sure you can see your screen so you can follow along. Get yourself ready and let's begin.
Hi guys, so we just clocked 38 weeks pregnant today. Today is October 12th, and I'm 38 weeks pregnant, exactly 38 weeks pregnant today. And guys, I can't lie to you, I'm tired. Like, I'm actually tired, very, very tired. I feel a lot of pains. To stand up from the bed is a lot of work. It's painful. It's so painful to stand up from the bed. It's just a lot, actually. My baby is so active. He's kicking. He's moving around. I just want him to come. I'm really eager to meet him. Like, I'm tired, and this is me being very honest. I'm tired, so I want to do some workout. I've been working out actually, and my husband and I have been going for walks at night. Like yesterday, we had like a very, very long walk, which is like longer than the normal walks that we usually take, you know. 2 days ago we went for a walk and I sprained my leg, and it was really, really painful. But I prayed that by the next morning I won't feel the pain again, which was exactly what happened. By yesterday morning I didn't feel any pain. These days I don't sleep well. I feel so much pain in my vulva area. It's really a lot. So I'm going to be exercising. Yeah, I might not make a video of me exercising because of what I'm wearing. I don't have the strength to change, but I'm going to be exercising right now. And then of course I did a lot of curb walks. I did a lot of walking to induce labor, but none of those things worked for me. So it didn't mean that it didn't help to like open my pelvis and all of that, no, but they did not induce labor for me. I'd also like to add that I drank a lot of okra water. I might put like a clip of the okra water that I was drinking, or when I was drinking okra water, because I actually made a video of when I was drinking okra water. So guys, I just finished drinking a whole cup of okra water, and I refilled my cup. I just refilled my cup so that the okra will infuse again into my water. I just finished drinking this full cup of okra water. This is the leftover You can see the okra seeds. I'm really hoping that this baby comes because I'm having contractions. It's coming and it's going, but funnily, I'm not really feeling much pains like that. I actually prayed for a painless delivery and I know God will do it. I would carry you guys along as it progresses. So yeah. You know, I drank okra water to like induce labor. I heard that okra water will help induce labor and that it will help like prevent tears. You won't have tears when if you drink okra water. After doing all of that, we went to the hospital. You know, it was my antenatal and I told the doctor that I was already tired. I was tired of being pregnant. My baby was already full term. My baby was okay. Baby was perfect to come. And so I told the doctor that I would like to like have my baby, you know, and he said he would induce labor for me, you know, and so he gave me these really tiny drugs. He gave me these tiny drugs and put it under my tongue, and he said that I should go home, and if I am feeling like any form of contraction, I should come back to the hospital. So my husband and I, we went back home, and then at around past 10-11 I started to feel the contraction more. So my husband and I went to the hospital. We quickly packed our things, our hospital bag, and then we went to the hospital. If you have not watched Pack My Hospital Bag with me, I will be leaving a link of that video over here, so please, you guys should check it out. Okay, you know, so we got to the hospital that night around to past 11 to 12. We got to the hospital really late, and then we got to the hospital really late. Sorry, darling. So they checked us and they told us that I'm just 2 centimeters dilated. So that we had the choice to either go back home or stay back in the hospital. So my husband and I decided that we're going to stay back at the hospital. So we stayed back, and during that night I was having contractions, and what really helped me, you know, was I played music throughout the night while I was feeling that pain. I was dozing off at some point, but I was still feeling the contraction pains. It's just, except that they were not as much as the real labor. So prior to the time that I was induced for labor, I was already having Braxton Hicks. So in case you don't know what Braxton Hicks is like menstrual cramps. You get, it's just like menstrual cramps, but it's like mild menstrual cramps. So Braxton Hicks actually is when you get to like towards the end of your 2nd trimester into your 3rd trimester, you start to feel Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks is like telling your body that your baby is going to be coming out very soon, so you should prepare yourself. You get, so I was already having Braxton Hicks from like 35 weeks. When I was like 35 weeks gone, you know. So at the time when we went to the hospital, I was already 38 weeks and 4 days. 38 weeks and 4 days. I was already approaching my 39th weeks in pregnancy, you know. Eventually, okay, that morning, very early that morning, at around 5 a.m. I woke up and I started to pray. I told God I wanted to have my baby that day. You know, this is the next day now. This was the 16th of October. I told God that I wanted to have my baby that day, and that I didn't want to like have I didn't want to have an elongated labor experience. You know, I just wanted to have my baby that day. I didn't want to go through too much stress, you know. And I prayed, I was crying, and I just told God what I really wanted, you know. Some hours later, you know, it was already morning, everywhere was already bright. The nurses started to pray. Hi guys, good morning. I'm currently in labor and I'm in the hospital, and the nurses are praying. They've all come to greet me. I'm happy. and I had to go and join them. I was crying. I could feel the presence of God while they were praying that day, because I think they usually pray at my hospital in the mornings. They would sing praise and worship, they would dance, and then they would pray. You know, the staff of the hospital, that was what they were doing. So I joined them. You are healer. Luckily, will I say luckily, unfortunately for me, I was the only one at the ward. I was the only woman who was going to like give birth that day. I was the only one in labor that day, so I was the only one in the whole room, which I was actually happy about.
I was in labor here. What I didn't know was that the pain had just started, because the pain I felt after this was crazy. It was like times 100 of what I was feeling here.
After the prayers, I went back to my ward, and then I think at around 12 o'clock, past 12, the doctor asked for me to be checked, and then they checked me. Guys, when I'm trying to say that they checked me, I'm saying that they put their hand in my something to know how many dilated I was. I was still on 2 dilated for about 12 hours. I was still 2 centimeters dilated. I wasn't progressing. My dilation wasn't progressing at all. I didn't get to 3 centimeters. I didn't get to 4 centimeters. I was just on 2 centimeters, you know, for like 12 hours, you know. And then they checked me, and guys, that putting hand is painful. It's very painful. It's very, very painful. If you can avoid it, if you can go to a hospital where they won't have to put their hand, please, I'm begging you, or better still, stay at home until you know that you are fully dilated. Or even if you are at the hospital, insist that they should not put their hand inside you. Or I don't know, but seriously, it's not a good experience at all. Every time they had to put their hand, it was painful for me, and I would cry, I would scream. It was very painful, I can't lie to you, you know. So when they checked me at around past 12 that day, they noticed that I wasn't still dilating, so they told me that they were going to do cervical ripening for me. In my mind, I felt like cervical ripening was going to be like, maybe they would just give me another drugs, or they would give me injection, or they would what's the word now, or they would give me drip, you know. I did not know that it was another thing entirely. So they told them, the doctor said they should prepare for the cervical ripening, and they took me to the labor ward. To the labor room. That was how they started. The doctor would say, "Open your leg." Hey God, I don't want to go into that details, but let me give you a little picture of what cervical ripening is like. Do you know what a stapler looks like? A stapler. Do you know what it looks like? Exactly. So imagine a stapler, something bigger than a stapler, Imagine them putting that iron inside your vagina, and then they are opening it. After opening it, they are now putting some kind of iron rod. Yes, that is what cervical ripening actually is. It is actually painful. It is painful. It is another kind of surgery. It is a form of surgery when you want to give birth to, like, it doesn't happen for everybody, right? And the reason why they did it for me was because I wasn't dilating, and I did not want to do CS. I didn't want CS. So I had already told the doctor that I was not going to do CS at all. So he had to do cervical ripening. Funny thing is, I actually met someone that said that they did cervical ripening for her, and she did not still dilate. After they had done cervical ripening, she was in labor for I think about 2 or 3 days. They did cervical ripening. She was not dilating. They now had to do CS for her. Hey, my God, that pain. I was just feeling sorry for her. I was just telling her, Pele, sorry, because I know the pain. I didn't do CS. So I don't know what the pain of CS feels like, right? I heard that CS is not painful. It is the aftermath, like after you had have your child. That is when you start to feel the pain. So I don't know what CS feels like. But after the cervical ripening, I started to dilate. I went into labor. I mean active labor. I mean painful labor. I want to add that I read this book, Supernatural Childbirth. I read it, so it helped strengthen my faith. It helped to strengthen my faith. Like, it really, really strengthened my faith, you know. So I read it while I was pregnant, in preparation for delivery. Faith, it helped to make me see the things that I wanted and the things that I was not, and I did the things that I did not want. I wanted to have my baby by myself, you know, but I didn't have, like, I don't know if I would say I didn't have the opportunity. If I had the opportunity to have my baby at home, to have like a home birth, like a water birth, that kind of thing that we see online, sincerely, that is what I would have gone for. I would have really opted for that. But while Nigeria, we don't really have the option for that. You know, it's actually rare to find that kind of option.